will reply, "What I'm about to tell you is true. Anything you did for one of the least important of these brothers of mine, you did for me." Matthew 25:40. Jesus spoke to the people again. He said, "I am the light of the world. Anyone who follows me will never walk in darkness. They will have that light. They will have life." John 8:12.
Child, there is freedom from all of it. Say goodbye to every sin. You are forgiven.
I am Simon. I am a simple man. I'm not full of deep complexities or ulterior motives. I'm a man who tries to do what is right. Many of you can relate. I was traveling to Jerusalem one day, a day of terrible sorrow and heartache. I was minding my own business, helping my younger children, when all of a sudden I heard, "You carry that cross!" I shuddered in disbelief. Certainly the guard couldn't be talking to me. I was simply a man passing through. I didn't want any part of this. I didn't even know the man they were pushing around, the man they called Jesus. But then I saw him. I saw your Jesus. I saw his eyes. I saw his pain. He wasn't like the other prisoners who I had seen before, the ones who were justly punished for their crimes. No, this man was different. So very different. There was an overwhelming presence of holiness and peace that surrounded him, and there was an understanding in his eyes. He was struggling under the weight of the heavy beams. He had been so heavily beaten, and I still don't understand why. Like I already said, I didn't want any part of this. I was with my boys. They were there with me, my young sons. They were watching me, and when that guard yelled at me, it seemed like the whole world's eyes were upon me. Yet I realized something. It was often in our brokenness and during the hardship that more eyes are upon us, intently focused and possibly even learning from us. And in those moments, we are called to be a light for others when it's not easy, but when it's especially hard. Some of you can understand my story. Maybe it's your story too. Being common, quite ordinary, someone who just tries to do what is right. And yet suddenly, when you least expect it, it seems like the whole world is watching. Take heart. Be encouraged, because in that moment, when the whole world was watching, I had clarity. I knew that if I did what I was told, if I carried that cross, I was not partnering with the world who was crucifying Jesus. Rather, I was partnering with Jesus, who was saving the world. I was not called to be a part of Jesus' crucifixion, yet it was my sin that nailed Jesus to the cross.
Tonight is about forgiveness. And remember, in the end, Simon was forgiven, and so are you.
Forgiven.